Yo, this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Yeah, very. First things first. I think we talked about this a while ago, but it has officially been announced. So THQ Nordic released a teaser trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, the video game. I'm very excited about this. I read the comic, big Turtles fan, and I can't wait to play it. We really haven't had a good Turtles game in a while. The last one, Mutants in Manhattan, it was decent, but the problem with that game, just like most multiplayer games, is they limit you to only 2 players. It's like you got 4 turtles, and I can't.
Do you have 4 friends to play with? I'm just saying.
I mean, I possibly could have. I mean, you could have got it. But they could have got it.
Yeah, but it's like, but then you gotta line all our schedules up. Ain't nobody. I'm just saying, it's hard in this day and age to get a bunch of adults to play.
Is it because people play group up to play Call of Duty and shit all the damn time?
Yeah, I guess.
It's just like, I mean, what's the point of having 4 turtles if only 2 people can play? It's the same issue we have with Gotham Knights. It's like, you have 4 characters, but only 2 people can play at a time? It makes sense. I can honestly say the last game that possibly gave you all the characters and, everybody could play with every single character was Avengers.
And we all know how it didn't.
I mean, yeah. But no release date on when this game will be coming out. They just said that it is in the works. I'm guessing maybe 2025, maybe late 2024, but that's wishing. But who knows?
I think 2 years is a good release window.
Yeah. So, yeah, I will let you guys know when it is released. Samir?
All right, my turn. All right, so I'm going to start off with one of the biggest stories in the tech YouTube space this week. So I don't know if you knew this, Bernard, but one of the biggest tech YouTube channels, Linus Tech Tips, is in the middle of a lot of controversy right now. So basically, they got called out by some of their colleagues, specifically Gamers Nexus, because some of their testing and their review numbers are inaccurate, right? And, they called them out on it. And basically, this kind of caused a snowball effect to have a bunch of people just look back at a lot of their videos and realize that, a lot of their testing and reviews were just a little off, if not way off sometimes. And this kind of, caused Linus Media Group, the company that runs the YouTube channels, they have I think 4 channels under their umbrella at this point, and all of them are well over at minimum a few million subscribers. The main channel has 15 million, so it's a big thing, right? And and it's this huge channel, unlimited funds, large group of employees, and it's just I myself have been a subscriber of theirs for years, so this is like a shock. And basically, at this point, they're going to, because of the criticism over the errors in the recent YouTube videos that has escalated, they essentially are going to basically take a step back and try to redo their business model, which is fair at this point. I mean, yes and no. I don't want to give them credit because they kind of corrected after getting caught, so you can't really give someone credit for doing that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know anything about this. I don't really fuck with reviews like that. I just
in this case, when you buy hundreds of dollars of technology, they'll cost into the wind. You don't look at reviews online to see if the phone is good, if the tablet's good, if the laptop is good.
No,
really, that you brave. No, if I'm gonna throw down hundreds of dollars, I do extensive research, and Linus Tech Tips is one of those channels that people trust, so they can sync or or
keyword trusted.
Right, trusted. They could easily sync a product because enough people will listen to them and not buy a product. Like they have that much pull. So it will behoove them to be a little accurate, if not exactly accurate. So the fact that they're not, it's kind of it's such a bad look. So yeah,
that's also the thing. They can also be paid off. That's another reason. Bro, I already told you one of the reasons why I don't trust reviewers, because they could be paid off. It's like the same reason why people didn't trust DJs in the 90s. It's like, yo, payola. Record label gives DJ XYZ amount of dollars to play the record over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. So in this regard, they, at the very least, I want to give them credit for the integrity. Most of the major tech YouTubers don't get kickbacks that way. They get sponsors, sure, but they don't normally get paid out like that because that's a bad look. And there's a good way of
that you know of,
that we know of, and it doesn't. I don't think it happens as nearly much as you think it does.
I mean, okay, watch. It's gonna come out one of these days. Like, I don't know. Name somebody who does a lot of reviews, like an independent person.
I don't know. Jay's 2 cents. He does a lot of reviews.
Yeah, let's just say him. Next thing it comes out 2 years from now. He spent all this time praising Sony, and you find out he's been getting paid under the table by Sony.
The issue is, so the thing is though, it's not. A lot of these YouTubers, they pride themselves on being fair and unbiased. So let's say, for instance, Jay's 2 cents. He calls out NVIDIA all the time. Like, he calls out AMD all the time. And he does nothing but reviews AMD and NVIDIA cards. So it's not like they can pay him to give them, lip service, because they're giving biased reviews. Even Linus Tech Tips, they will trash NVIDIA or AMD or any other company. If the product's bad, it's up to them to say, hey, listen, this product sucks. The problem is that in the case of Linus Media Group, their testing wasn't accurate. So that's what the problem is. So there have been times where the product was not bad, where, I mean, I'm sure it was still bad, but in most cases, it was just off by the numbers. So it was inaccurate. Like, they did a review of the poorly launched 4060, which was a terrible card by the value. It's still not worth buying, but their numbers were still incorrect, even though the card was not worth buying. So that's what it was getting at. It's like there's a lot of numbers that were fudged in this. Anyways, they released a YouTube video this about a day ago, actually, I think yesterday, and
apologizing.
Yeah, apologizing and basically saying what their timeline is going to be going forward. They're going to basically step back. They released a video a day. Like, every day there's a video posted from one of their channels. And that caused a lot of work. Like, they have to constantly be working. And it's like they're always doing content. And that caused a certain level of a certain work environment that was a little hard to keep up with. And
yeah, that's the problem. It's the same shit we got going on with Marvel right now. You're doing
right, and
the fuck down.
Basically, yeah, that's exactly it. And essentially, all the employees retired. He's tired. The wife is tired. The new CEO is like, "Yo, we gotta tighten up." So I still want to subscribe to them, and I hope they can tighten up and fix it in the past. And they've already apologized and recognized it. Maybe they can recover the bag. Maybe they can recover their standing.
Sounds good. Sounds like Doja Cat as well, who's going off saying, like, if y'all don't like my music, fucking unfollow me. And she lost like $800,000, and she's still standing 10 toes down. She's like, y'all weren't real fans. But in this case, it's like y'all out here fudging the numbers on shit and not really doing your due diligence.
What would people get on Doja Cat for?
Because she shaved her head and she basically waxed her entire body, and she was basically like, y'all don't really like the real me. Y'all like the bubblegum pop music I was doing. I ain't want to do that shit. I'm gonna do my own thing. She pulled him out of Morales.
Okay, good for her.
Yeah, and so she was like, yo, if y'all don't like the music, y'all don't really fuck with me. Y'all think y'all know me. I ain't y'all friend. Y'all just, people on the internet, which is a fact. And a lot of people didn't like what she said, so they unfollowed her.
Okay. Well, do you, girl? Do you?
Yeah. All right. This is a small story. Samir, I need you to be completely honest. Have you ever been catfished?
No, not really.
What the fuck is not really?
Okay, I've gotten the rug pulled out from under me with filters. Like, dude, a lady shaved like dang near 10, 15 years off of her with filters. That's
a form of catfishing.
All right, because when I got to the date, it was like she was like easily 45, maybe higher, and I'm like,
All right. So yeah, I got catfish back in like 06.
I recall.
Yes. Somebody lied to me about how they look, and that was back when the internet was at its peak, and you couldn't do Google Images, so you basically had to trust people for what they were. But the main
Are you talking about Buddy from Stranger Things?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I actually saw this today, and I was just like, what the fuck? All right, so a Stranger Things fan was catfished by a scammer who claimed to be Dacre Montgomery, who plays Billy Hargrove in the series. You might also remember Dacre Montgomery in 2017's Power Rangers. Yeah, he played Jason. So this lady sent the scammer over $10,000 over the course of a year and left her husband.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
So I saw that.
For real.
Come on now. We got to do better. So I'm actually pulling up a little bit more of it. All right. So yeah. So her name is Michaela. She's from Kentucky. And yeah, she said that I'm obsessed with Stranger Things. Billy is just his bully. He kind of come in and tries to dominate, which is totally unlike his actual personality. So yeah, she shared that while she was suspicious from the get-go, the person started doing things to make her believe that he was Montgomery. She said she bonded with the person when he said that his partner is very controlling and doesn't allow him to do things he wants to do. Dr. Montgomery is dating a model named Liv Pollock, and she said, I kind of empathize with that because my ex-husband was that way. So yeah, she said that the person asked her to be his girlfriend, but to keep it quiet because he was still with her.
Bruh, if you see Liv Pollock, and you see this woman, like the cognitive dissonance that is on display here, I want to feel sorry for her.
You need to stop because you're body shaming right now.
I'm not body shaming.
No, you literally just said, if you see Liv and you see her.
But be realistic. Be realistic. Come on. Well, I don't know if he's A-list. He's not A-list. I want to say
he's Australian. He's Australian.
No, I'm not sure he's Hollywood A-list is what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
I would call him A-list.
A-B.
Probably, but he's popular. People know him. He's not going to send you. He's not going to need to send you money,
bro. We hear this story happen at least once a month. This just happened last month. Who was it? I think somebody said no. That was last year. Somebody said Drake asked them for money. It's like Drake is one of the biggest stars in hip hop. He don't need your money.
I mean, Dacre ain't that rich, but he more rich than that lady in Kentucky. That's for sure.
It's Dacre. Stop saying Dacre.
Dacre, I'm thirsty. The point, yo, I'm just saying, it's like, oh God, did they FaceTime you? Like, look, when you get, I'm sorry, this day and age, when you get catfish, I can't feel that sorry for you. If you don't get someone on a video call and you over there investing all this time and energy and emotions and money involved in it, and you haven't got them on video, that's on you. All right, at least get them on video.
Neve, come back. We need you. Okay, we need Neve to come back. Seriously, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to find another one. See, this is one that happened in June. Louisiana family believes brother was catfished by Vanessa Hudgens.
Again, did he get her on video?
Nope.
It baffles me that someone could be so, again, cognitive dissonance. It's like, I don't want to outright call them dum-dums, but, I mean, what else you call someone who's going to believe that Dacre Montgomery is calling them? I mean...
misjudged? Naive?
All the above. I mean, naive is another word for just dumb. Let's or a nice way to say ignorant. All right, because you don't know. Everyone's ignorant about something. Okay, if you don't know, you don't know. You're ignorant. It's fine. All right, I'm ignorant about electrical engineering. I don't know nothing about it. Okay, she's ignorant apparently about the process of catfishing, which is a little
at first.
But what could he have done to get her to believe him?
I don't know. Dick pic.
I mean, Dr. Montgomery, has he gone full frontal? And if so, did he get a full shot? Can she get a full shot of the dick pic? Like, there's ways to. I don't know, man. And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm not really with my girlfriend right now. She's really controlling, which is true. Just because someone's fine as hell doesn't mean they're nice to be with. So it's not about looks. So that's fine. And anyone can get cheated on. I mean, Natalie Portman just got cheated on. She's gorgeous. Okay, so
somebody cheated on Natalie Portman.
That's what everyone else said, right? Your reaction is exactly what everyone else's reaction was. Dang, someone cheated on Natalie Portman.
That's the name of the episode.
So, anyways, so her husband cheated on her with somebody. I don't know who the person was, but he cheated on her, right? So everyone can get cheated on. Heck, Mariah Carey. No, it wasn't Mariah Carey got cheated on. Who else got cheated on?
Mariah Carey did get cheated on by her first husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, Halle Berry didn't she get cheated on?
Yeah, by Eric Benet.
There we go. Eric Benet. Eric Benet cheated on her. Now, granted, I'm gonna be okay. No homo. Eric Benet is a very attractive guy, so he can pull other ladies in that range.
But here's the thing. Eric Benet claims I'm not.
He had sex addiction. He was sex addiction.
He was a sex addict to the point where Jay-Z turned it into a down. It's like, remember, don't end up like Eric Benet. They even referenced it on Luke Cage season 2. It's like, damn, you got Eric Benet. You played yourself. You lost a good one.
Yeah.
But, honestly, sidebar, I think Halle Berry's cursed. She just keep picking the wrong dudes.
And wrong scripts.
We ain't talking about a personal career. We ain't talking about her career. We talking about her personal life. But
who's she with right now?
I think she's single.
Because she
was with that one white dude. I think he was a model or a tennis player or something like that. They had a kid, and that just went belly up a few years ago. But yeah, so Michaela, can you please do your due diligence next time, because it's 2023.
Don't forget. Hang on. Pause. Like I said, I'm not trying to feel, because she left her husband. I don't know the full situation. Maybe the husband sucked. Maybe he sucked also. But she spent $10,000 and dumped her husband for a man that she didn't even get on video chat with. It's like, I don't know the whole story, but
it's 2023. You have tablets, you have phones, you have computers. I mean, WhatsApp is right there.
Also, she could probably Instagram stalk him. Like, where was he when he called you? Or was he texting you? Things like that. Like, he
might not post a lot. Let me go to Instagram real quick and see what was the last thing he posted. He might have posted about this, like, yo, it wasn't me. All right. Dr. Ann Montgomery, 9 million followers. No, he don't post on Instagram. Last thing he posted was from April 12th.
Oh, okay.
And that was from like GQ. But yeah. And he only follows his he wrote a book of poems called DKMH, so he only has one follower, and that's that page. But yeah, I mean, he don't be posting.
All right, well.
But yeah, man. So for those of us who are single out there in the world, make sure you don't get catfished. Do all the research you can. Like, I mean, I think there's free websites where you can actually do not necessarily background checks, but you can like reverse search people.
Listen, I don't know. I'm gonna sound harsh when I say this.
Plus, there's Facebook right there, so
I'm gonna sound harsh when I say this, but
shit.
If you get in this day and age, you get catfished, that's on you. If a Nigerian prince steals your money, that's on you. These aren't old. These aren't new scams.
Samir,
they're old. Yes.
That happens all the time. You never heard of a show called 90 Day Fiance? There's always someone on there from Nigeria.
And they always suck and they always dumb. All those people my wife had me watching one of those episodes. I'm like, God dang it, Liana. Look, it's like half the people just
that nurse I was seeing a few years ago who ghosted me had me watching that shit. It's like I don't want to watch reality TV.
Oh, okay. In their defense though, a lot of those people don't. Okay, I've only seen one Catfish on 90 Day Fiance. Most of those people are actually they video chat those people. The only idiot I saw.
I didn't say nothing about Catfish. I was talking about scamming.
Oh, okay. So that's the thing. 90 Day Fiance, the scams are that they still dumb because they rushing into a long term commitment. But the scams are a little different on this, so I can forgive some of the stupidity there. It's still dumb. But the one I saw this one guy who was talking to some lady in Bahamas, and like he was talking for 3 years. No video call for 3 years, man.
Yeah, man. They played a long game.
Bruh. And I think he sent her money, and it's like, bruh, he just talked to her on the phone. And no, I think he texted her. He texted her mostly. I'm like, what is your bruh? I'm like, I can go all night about this. This is just ridiculous. I can see why people watch the show. It's ridiculous. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nuts.
But yeah, so like we said, do your due diligence. You can literally do a Google reverse engine search. So literally just take the photo, go to images.google.com, drag and drop it in there, see if it comes up with anything else similar. Type in the person's name on Facebook. You can also reverse engineer the number on the white pages, because it'll let you know like if it's a Google Voice number or anything like that. And I don't know if this site is free anymore, but it's called Pipple.
Look, it's cheaper than $10,000.
PIPL.com. That allows you to also search for people. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's free anymore, but I used to use it all the time after my one incident.
Yeah, because fool you once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's why. Bernard learned his lesson. Be Bernard, people. All right? Don't get catfished twice.
Yeah. All right. Samir?
All right. So, all right. I'm going to do a quick little blurb about Barbie. Everyone, pretty much everyone's probably seen this movie. No, we don't want to talk about the quality or how awesome the movie is or anything like that. Let's just talk about the box office performance, because people saw it coming, but to see it actually happen is another story. So it surpassed Dark Knight in highest grossing domestic film, and I think it's definitely the highest grossing film directed by a woman. That's for sure. What is the box office sitting at right now, Bernard? Are you checking?
No, it's like $1 billion something. That's all I know.
Hang on. Yeah,
bro, just talk. Good grief.
Okay, so yeah. Well, anyways, like I said, the movie is. Let me see. I know it's definitely. Let's see if it broke the top 10. That's what I want to know, if it broke the top 10.
It's not in the top 10.
Okay, it's not in the top 10.
No.
All right. What is it at?
Why are you only showing me domestic? Show me all territories.
Yes.
1,202,507,382,000.
Okay, so 1.2.
I mean 8,200. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1.2. Yeah. So
it's got a long way to go.
It's got a long way to go, but it still banked. And what was the budget for this movie? Let me see the budget on. It was a 145 budget, which is amazing. So it's like. This movie again proves the blueprint that a dark horse can come out of nowhere and just wow everybody, right, and make a ton of money.
How the fuck was Barbie considered a dark horse? Barbie was not a dark horse. Everyone knew people were going to come out and see that movie. I mean, it
was evident that it was going to be a thing when the promotion started kicking off.
Exactly, right? That's why it's not a dark horse.
Right, but when the first trailer yeah,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, when the first trailer dropped, nobody knew what this movie was going to be. When they announced that they were making a Barbie movie, people were like, "Huh, Barbie movie?" And then when the promotion started, when the cast started showing up, it formed into something else. So that's when the people started getting hyped on it, and they created that. That hype was manufactured. Okay.
Okay. So my definition of a dark horse is a movie that comes out of nowhere and just blows up, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, it didn't make. I don't think it made $1 billion, but I consider that a dark horse because that movie was very profitable.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like that. This is also a dark horse of sorts, though. It's not a pre-established. It's not a pre-established franchise, Bernard.
But it's based off of a toy franchise. I mean,
yeah,
bro,
a toy franchise that doesn't lend well to a film. It's like you can't. I mean, you wouldn't think you could make a film out of Barbie, but they did.
Bro, if it's a movie made out of toys, 9 out of 10 times it's gonna make money.
Not true.
I can't name one movie based off of toys that didn't make money.
Small Soldiers.
No, those toys came after the movie, Samir.
I'm trying to think of a toy line that had a movie.
Exactly.
How many toys have a movie?
G.I. Joe, Barbie.
Did G.I. Joe make money? I know that second one bombed.
Snake Eyes bombed. Retaliation made money. They just didn't consider it, profitable enough to keep going.
The Emoji Movie, does that count? That one bombed.
No, that don't fucking count. That's not toys. I said, what did I say? G.I. Joe, Barbie, Transformers.
Yeah, but let me see. There's other movies. There's other toys.
Yeah, I'm about to Google movies based off of toys. Movies based off toys. All right, here we go. Masters of the Universe. Bratz.
Bratz had a movie?
Yes.
I think it did, yeah.
The Care Bears movie.
Okay, well, how did Bratz do?
Let's check to see how Bratz did. I mean, this was so long ago.
Yeah, but it probably bombed.
Bratz might be the
Yeah, it bombed hard.
Okay.
Oh, Logan Browning was in this?
We fucking talked about that. I forgot what it was. I brought it up a while ago. I mean, those are those are made for TV, so I don't consider those the American Girl shits. So
no, yeah, it has to be made most picture.
I don't consider board games toys, but Battleship's on here.
That bombed.
Clue, Dungeons and Dragons. There was a Garbage Pail. Oh, I was one. That's why the Garbage Pail killed. That's a bomb. What the fuck is the Hugga Bunch?
I don't know. Is that?
It's a TV film. It's a TV film.
Oh.
Mars Attacks is actually based off of cards by Topps. Didn't know that. Max Steel bombed. But then again, that also wasn't toys. That was based off of a TV show that got toys. It's in the same vein.
Oh God, that was so stupid.
Masters of the Universe.
Okay, but we don't have to keep going though. The point is, not every toy movie adaptation does well. A lot of them bomb.
Yeah, but yeah, like out of all those, I named 3 bombed.
No, there's a lot more out there probably.
Well, I said Battleship. Battleship probably didn't even bomb because Rihanna was in it. Oh no, it bombed.
Nah, it bombed horribly.
Yeah,
it
only made $100 million extra.
They made fun of Rihanna's acting.
Budget. I mean, yeah, Rihanna can't act, same as Beyonce. And I'm glad they both learned their lesson. It took Beyonce a little bit longer, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, they can keep coming. They can get better at acting. Why you gotta make it sound like that?
Okay, how long was Beyonce acting? Maybe about a good decade on and off.
Nah,
do we really need to look at Beyonce's filmography?
It was like 3 movies. It was Dreamgirls, the Pink Panther, Goldmember,
Austin Powers.
Yeah, it's a Goldmember. Oh, so it's 4. That's 4 movies.
Carmen and Hip Opera.
I don't know if that was
TV film.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Carmen the Hip Opera, Austin Powers and Goldmember, Fighting Temptations. Well, that's a documentary. Fade to Black. No. Pink Panthers, Dreamgirls, Cadillac Records, Obsessed, Epic, The Lion King.
I remember Epic. She's a terrible voice actor. Oh my god, she sounded so bad.
And see, when I said that about The Lion King, everybody was on my fucking nuts about it. I'm like, y'all must not have seen Epic.
They didn't see Epic. No one saw Epic. Epic could have been good too. It had a good premise also.
Nah, it should have, could have, would have. But who cares? Samir. I was about to say next story, but you just blurbed about Barbie and we talked about it for 10 minutes. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right. So, I might have to get a news ticker tape, theme song, that. All right. So now, back to the Screen Actors Guild strike and the writer strike. Tron 3. So the director, Joaquin Ronin, and said that 150 plus crew members were laid off due to the strike. So yeah, they were actually supposed to begin their first day of filming for Tron Ares, looks like earlier this week. And this movie was supposed to be about AI and what it means and takes to be a human. Instead, we were shut down with over 150 people laid off. It's indefinite, which makes it exponentially harder for everyone. So he also said the AMPTP, SAG-AFTRA, and the WGA need to speed up the negotiation process and not leave the table until it's done. This is Hollywood. We close deals for breakfast. Why do we suddenly have all the time in the world when every day is so precious? These tactics are extremely frustrating. It's time for diplomacy so we can get back to work under conditions that are fair for everyone. So, I mean, yeah, he's got a valid point because, everybody clowned him, but Billy Porter actually came out and said that he has to sell his house.
Oh, yeah, that was...
he said he's still living paycheck to paycheck because he doesn't have quote unquote fuck you money. But not trying to blame the man or anything, but why would you buy $1 million house if you ain't got fuck you money? And he's actually going to make a profit on the house. It's actually worth double what he paid for.
I'm gonna defend him a little bit because when you purchase a house, it's like there's all these unforeseen costs, and insurances are going wild. If you got a mortgage, the insurances are just gouging you left and right.
I know. But like I said, he clearly said he's living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, he did say that.
So it's like, okay, so now we see this with actors. We've seen it with rappers. Who else have we seen it with? Stop living above your pay wage. Like, who the fuck was it? It's some rapper going to jail right now because he out here living the lavish lifestyle and doing PPP fraud. I almost want to say OT Genesis, but I don't. It wasn't OT Genesis. I think they said he got like 15 years in jail. Let me check. Rapper going to jail. All right.
Probably a lot.
Fetty Wap. He's also another one.
Fetty Wap. I thought he went for drugs.
Yeah. He used that to sustain his lifestyle. G Herbo. That's what it was. He's got 25 years in prison for using stolen credit cards to live large.
Listen, people, when you buy big, you have to maintain big. Look, make your money.
And that's the problem. Live in your means, okay? You don't see me out here. I kind of went overboard with the Prius, but I had a better job then. So, but still, I'm maintaining.
Yes, you're maintaining. We're hanging in there.
Yeah, I didn't trade that shit in for a new Prius. I wanted to because I was sick and tired of plugging that shit in. But I'm like,
I want to trade my car in for a better EV. Actually, so I'm gonna talk finances for a second. All right, we're not a finance podcast. But I'm talking for a second. Apparently, the banks are gonna stop supporting all these dealerships. All dealerships do is they front the loan over to the bank and they just hold the car. They don't own the cars on their lot. So when they have all this. Right, so basically, when the market crashes, like the dealership's going to have to get rid of all this stock, and I think that's the time to go in there and get a new car when you want one.
Yeah, see, I fucked up and bought a new car during the pandemic.
Yeah, your car is fine. It's brand new. It's got a lot of let life on it. It's not going anywhere.
It got gouged $5,000 more. What are you talking about?
$5,000 more. Yikes!
Yes,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes. The Prius Primes. I looked the 2019 to 2020 models, the XLE, the one I have, they started at $30,000. When I bought that car in 2021, they raised it to $36,000. So I'm sorry, $6,000 more.
But that's what I'm saying. So actually, if you can actually go to companies,
and let me get this part off real quick. The year prior, I traded in a busted Jeep that my friend gave me. Shout out to Ibrahim for a 2019 Yaris for $16,000. Had the car for a year, put maybe 10,000-15,000 miles.
You hated that car.
Yeah, it was a little small, but this is the thing. I sold the car for basically the same amount that I bought it for. Used cars were expensive as shit as well. You would think that car depreciated in value, but it didn't.
They're plummeting now. They might go back up, but they're plummeting now.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, if you can help it, go to a site that a direct buy dealership. Like Tesla, not to use the big example, but Tesla sells direct to the customer. There's no dealer fees on top of those cars. They're expensive, but there are no dealer fees on top of them. And there's a lot of other companies that pop up like that. Like Rivian is direct. Again, really expensive. But there's other cars that are more affordable. I just can't think of them. Just do some research.
But a few dealerships don't have dealer fees. Like usually where I get my cars from, shout out to Earl Stewart Toyota in West Palm Beach. That's not an ad. But every car I bought from them, they don't have dealer fees. And I wanted to get a Prius Prime from them, but they didn't have it. So I had to deal with the dealer fees, which raised it up like another $1,500. So $37,500.
Oof. All right, let's get off cars. Okay. Whose turn is it?
You're up. It's you.
All right. Okay. So Warrior Nun. If you guys recall, I was really excited several months back because of the fan campaign on social media. It was announced that it was coming back in some way, shape, or form to wrap up the show. Now we got it. We got a definite answer. Apparently, it will be wrapped up and returned as a trilogy of movies. Which, you know what, I'm here for. That sounds like such a good idea. I think more shows that have cliffhangers should end with a trilogy, or at least one movie.
I feel like I watched a show that did. Oh, Ray Donovan. Ray Donovan is the only show that I can think of within like the past decade that I watched that got canceled on a cliffhanger and wrapped up in a movie. They did one movie and it was good. I
mean, it's Firefly.
I didn't watch Firefly. And I said within the decade. That was 20 years ago, dude. You got to remember, I think Firefly debuted in like 05, 06.
Look, I remember because I keep saying Nathan Fillion, he won't do anything.
Nah, here we go. We go being ageist. That's a lie. Yeah, I really can't think of anything else. Can you think of anything that you watched that came back and wrapped up with the film besides Firefly?
I wish there was more honest. Hang on. No, Veronica Mars? I didn't watch that, though. They got a movie.
I know they got a movie, but I think that was just because... I mean, that didn't end on like a cliffhanger.
I don't think it did.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't think of anything. But here's the question, Samir, because, you over here being, frugal Luther. Are you going to buy these movies? Like if they get released on like video on demand or, streaming or physical?
I mean, I'll stream them, yeah.
Legally?
Yeah, legally.
Okay.
What's that look for? Is your neck okay?
I'm just making sure.
I was watching it legally on Netflix when it was airing, okay, and then look what happened.
All right, just trying to make sure I don't smell bullshit. That's all. All right. So yeah, there's that. All right. So this is a blurb, and Samir wanted me to talk about this, despite the fact that I already kind of talked about it a year ago.
I'm just talking about
Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. I talked about it when, we were gearing up for the 30th anniversary of Once and Always, because at that same time we got the first look at their suits, because they're not using any Sentai footage besides the Zords. So like the stories will be all original content. Hopefully it's good. He was already listed on the cast a year ago, but David Yost is officially a part of this, and everyone's hoping that he sticks around for more than one season, because they want him to be in the mentor role like Tommy was on Dino Fury.
Yeah, I do recall that.
But they did also announce the season release date. So this will be, let me look at it real quick, because I got that damn fast. But it's only going to be 10 episodes. And
that's very digestible.
It's Netflix, so, which sucks, because I guess Power Rangers isn't airing on Nickelodeon anymore. But yeah, so it's actually...
Why not on Paramount Plus then? Why is it not on there?
I don't know. It's weird.
Is Power Rangers on Paramount Plus? Where do you stream Power Rangers from?
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, the series is on Netflix?
No, just like since Saban sold it to Nickelodeon, that's on Netflix. The OG stuff from Mighty Morphin to I don't know what the hell the last thing was. All that's on YouTube. No, I'm talking about way beyond that, fool. All that's on YouTube. You can actually watch. Yeah, but it's going to debut September 29th, 10 episodes. I'm going to check it out because I ain't got Netflix. I'm pretty sure Samir's not going to watch it, despite the fact that we have our first full-time female Red Ranger. Because Samir's over Power Rangers, hence the reason why he wanted me to bring this story up.
I'm not over. It's just the script is so bad. It's
a kid show.
Exactly. How old are you, Bernard?
37. How old are you?
You're a week older than me. All right. Just saying. It's like there's one thing. There's one reason. You can watch something that's fun for the whole family. That's fine. But watch something that's actually targeted towards children of a certain age group. It's a little hard to swallow sometimes. I don't get the whole thing with Bluey, but apparently people hide on Bluey.
People love Bluey. People love what's the guy's name? Blippi? Blippo?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
It's the guy with the I think he wears like a helicopter hat and suspenders. Let me look this up real quick. Nope, it's not Blippo. I don't remember the guy's name. Oh, Blippi, that's what it was. I mean, and shout out to Ryan. Ryan used to be on was it Hip Hop Harry? Let me look this up real quick. I feel like it was Hip Hop Harry. Yeah, Hip Hop Harry. And that's like for little kids. Like, the
Wiggles.
Toddlers and stuff. I don't know if adults fuck with the Wiggles like that. I mean, adults still fuck with Blue's Clues. Like they said,
that's nostalgia.
No, I mean the new Blue's Clues is like, you know how you feel old when they don't open letters anymore? They open an email on the phone.
Yes.
Oof. But yeah. So y'all check out Power Rangers Dino Fury. Samir, what's your story?
Okay, so they released a teaser of the Scott Pilgrim anime. It's a teaser, and basically they gave us a snapshot of the art. Well, not more than a snapshot, a short clip of what the art will look like, and how the show is going to be presented. It looks amazing. Spoiler alert. If you liked the graphic novel, you should like this. It looks like they pretty much lifted the panels and put them on and filmed them essentially. And a lot of the cast from the movie are returning to the voice. Yeah. Well, hey,
not a lot of the cast. It's every fucking body.
Right.
Everybody's coming back.
Even Chris Evans?
Yes.
Oh, see that I was surprised. Okay, I didn't think they got everybody back. But yeah, so the whole cast from the movie is coming back to voice pretty much. And it's produced by Edgar Wright. We didn't talk about that prior also. So It looks amazing. I'm excited. And hopefully they can get the full story this time and not a small, weird movie adaptation of it. It was a good adaptation because they got the whole thing in there more or less, but they didn't get it all. They didn't develop every character. Some characters got
that's the thing when you do a movie.
I understand. Yes, they took 4 volumes, 5 volumes, and they crammed it into 2 hours. 2 hours together. Right, and they crammed it into 2 hours. Right. So I'm not hating. That's all they had. They had one movie to do it, and they did it well. But now we get to do the full story, and I'm excited.
You know the sad thing is that movie didn't make no money. It was a
flop. It's a cult classic.
It is a cult classic, but hey, that's what makes it a cult classic. That's the thing with cult classics. People don't give a shit about them when they come out. They find out about them later. Like, perfect example, The Crow's a cult classic. Donnie Darko's a cult classic. This movie is a cult classic. I think Roadhouse is a cult classic.
Roadhouse is dumb.
Is a cult classic.
Roadhouse is dumb. If you ever watch that movie, it does not hold up.
I used to watch it all the time with my dad.
Roadhouse is so dumb. It's like I don't even know. It's like everyone was on coke in the 80s. Like I don't get it, man. That movie is dumb.
All right, we need to look up the synopsis of Roadhouse real quick.
It is dumb. Don't do it. It'll melt your brain cells.
All right. The Double Deuce. Oh, all right, hold on. Here we go. The Double Deuce is the meanest, loudest, and rowdiest bar south of the Mason-Dixon line, and Dalton has been hired to clean it up. He might not look like much, but the PhD educated bouncer proves he's more than capable, busting the heads of troublemakers and turning the roundhouse into a jumping hot spot. But Dalton's romance with the gorgeous Dr. Clay puts him in the bad side of a local cutthroat gang big shot Brad Wesley.
Why is he a PhD?
Because he went to school for it, and
okay, but it's like, why put that in there? Why does his character have? Oh, he's a doctor. He's a doctor, and he's a former. They just stacking his accomplishments, make him look cooler. It's like, and then the doctor lady she's a doctor, but it's like they made her the most blondest representation of objectification in the 80s possible. Like, she had no personality. She's just a doctor person, and she was blonde with boobs. That's it. It's like, it was so, dude, and dear God, it was bad.
I don't think he's an actual doctor. I'm reading the plot.
But what was he a PhD in?
Kicking ass.
Oh my God, my face.
He might have went to medical school. I gotta rewatch this movie.
It's gonna melt your brain cells. Don't.
Look,
and
it's
Sam Elliott.
Money.
Sam Elliott's in it for some reason. I mean, he was in there. He got his character got killed. Spoiler alert, people, for a movie that came out like 35 plus years ago.
Hey, Keith David was also in it apparently.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, he played the new bartender. Terry Funk was in it. Shout out to all you WWE fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Healey was in it. From he had the song Angel Eyes. But yeah, I mean, underrated Patrick Swayze cut. Roadhouse. Cue Peter Griffin.
Roadhouse.
All right. Yeah, I got a few little blurbs. We actually got our first look at Peter Dinklage in The Toxic Avenger. And by first look, I mean just a photo of him silhouetted by fog. So hopefully we'll get a trailer soon. So just so everyone remembers who's a part of this cast, it's Peter Dinklage, Jacob Tremblay, Taylor Page, Julia Davis, Johnny Cohn, Elijah Wood, and Kevin Bacon. Which is weird because I don't know if this movie is actually supposed to be filming. Maybe they got a green light from SAG. Fast X, the movie that I did you watch that? Because I feel like I reviewed that by my damn self.
You did.
Yeah. That movie barely made any money, and that's very well deserved because that movie only made $714 million with a $340 million budget.
Why is that deserved?
Bruh. Watch the movie, you'll understand.
I mean, was it dumb, Bernard?
Yes, it was dumb. It felt like the CG wasn't polished. There was this one scene towards the end because I'm gonna say James Gandolfini. Jason Momoa's character is, I don't know what he was going for. If he was going for metrosexual, bisexual, whatever the fuck. Like, there's just one scene that's just so comical. Like, he's setting off bombs and shit, and he's all excited. He's like, "Let's go!" I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" But bro, nah, it did. And like I said, Giselle's alive. Yeah, how is she not street pizza? It's like people are just end this shit already. Okay, end it. Do the Hobbs movie. Do Fast X Part 2. That's it. No spinoffs, nothing else. That's it.
I love how you're so critical of this franchise, but not Transformers. Transformers is just dumb, if not worse.
Samir, no one has fallen out of a plane and survived. No one survived a car explosion with, replacing the body with a dummy and, putting the guy in the manhole and him being gone for XYZ amount of years and not telling his friends he was alive.
I feel it's equally ridiculous.
No one has died in real life in this franchise, but is still alive in the films.
I feel it's equally ridiculous that the giant alien race has human-sized panels on their equipment, just so the humans have something to do. That was equally. I'm sorry, I couldn't get over that.
Look, okay, I get it. Transformers can be wonky, but Fast and Furious
can be. They're equally just as wonky.
Bruh, no, because Dom literally took his car and steered a bomb tried to steer it away from the Vatican. Literally, that's like in the first 15 minutes. It's like, really? But he's playing ping pong with a giant ball, just rolling down road? No, they went to space! In an old souped up, Supra or some shit?
Yeah.
Cars are not designed to go to space.
They're not sealed at all. That wouldn't work.
No. And they did it with duct tape. That's what I'm talking about. You're not going to see no shit like that on Transformers. If you see some shit like that in Transformers, they're obviously going to incorporate some type of Cybertronian tech.
I just feel that both franchises need to be rebooted. Actually, they need to end Fast and Furious. They should reboot Transformers completely.
For a second, I thought you was going to say just end the Fast and Furious, then reboot it 5 years from now.
No, I don't know how you're going to reboot that.
I mean, who knows? But so, Phil Lord actually was it Phil Lord? Let me double check this real quick. So Phil Lord and Chris Miller actually sat down with Digital Spy, and they basically said that the reason why Beyond the Spider-Verse is on hold indefinitely is because people are mad at Sony, and they want to make sure everything is polished right. So I don't know if you've been paying attention online, but since Across the Spider-Verse has been released digitally, a lot of people are mad because a few of the things that they saw in theaters were not seen, and they actually explained why. So
yeah, why is that?
So the movie got released later in Europe. So some of the stuff in the digital version, and obviously that's going to be in the physical version, has been changed. So like some of the color palettes and Batman has been changed. They took out the line of Miles saying he going home after he said, I'm going to do my own thing.
So he said, I'm going to do my own thing in the theatrical cut. What did they change it to?
No. He said, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going home. And that's when Zach McGillen shot him off the train.
Then what did it get changed to?
They just took out the I'm going home.
I mean, that's not that much different. I mean, it still has the same effect. Yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm going to do my own thing. That's what made the scene fire. That's what made the scene hot. Was I'm gonna do my own thing. The I'm going home part, it sure it's there, but the expression, the delivery was fire. I don't think that really changed. The gravity of the scene's still there. I get why people mad, why touch it, but I'm not mad because the line is there.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet because I'm still waiting for the physical release to drop. I think next week. I don't remember. Got to double check because that shit sold out everywhere. Because people pre-ordered that shit like as soon as it hit theaters. But yeah, so when I watch it, I'll let you guys know what other changes there were, if I can recall. But yeah, so they said that this is basically the definitive version. It's basically like they basically pulled the life of Pablo. So you remember when streaming first became a thing and Kanye released the life of Pablo?
Yeah, and that weird. Yeah.
He kept taking tracks off and like adding on verses, removing verses, changing the beat and things like that. But they said this is the definitive version. This is the one that will be on physical.
As long as we're not missing anything per se.
Like I said, I don't know what all is missing yet because, like I said, I haven't watched it yet on digital. But yeah, so there's that. Samir?
Okay. Bernard's favorite game of the year, his GOATY, is Baldur's Gate 3.
Stop doing that for starters.
What? Okay, fine. It's not his GOATY. It's my GOATY.
Stop fucking saying GOATY.
What country are we in, Bernard?
It's not a thing, Samir.
Last I checked, I thought we were in America. I thought we were in America.
Gretchen, stop saying fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Nigga over here quoting Mean Girls. All right. Anyways,
classic movie.
It is a classic movie. All right. Anyways, so yeah. So if Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't get a GOATY or a nomination for a GOATY,
motherfucker,
I'm gonna say it so much. Honestly, that pretty much kills the validity of any award show you have. Anyways, so the game is surpassed Disco Elysium with 26 reviews at the time of posting of this article, which was about what's today's date? It's 18th.
17th.
17th. So 3 days ago. Okay, so it's now the highest rated PC game on Metacritic at 97. So that's crazy. That's high. It's really hard to get anything on Metacritic that high, and it's just blowing out all these records. Additionally, there's a number of other things that have popped up recently. Like, for instance, the speedrunner community has already taken it and pretty much completed. I think the current record is 30 minutes, which this game is set to have about over 100 hours easily of game time, and someone beat it in 30 minutes, which is nuts. But
speed running. I mean,
parallel to that, there's also a sex percentage in the game. So basically, the fastest you can hit.
It was like, how fast can you fuck?
Basically, yeah. So what's the fastest you can get to the first opportunity to bone somebody in Baldur's Gate? And apparently, someone did it under 8 minutes. So bravo.
Brother, this
Are we really applauding people for fucking in games?
Yes. Why wouldn't you, Bernard? What's wrong with fucking in games? You're not a normie, are you? You're not a normie that's gonna say, "Why don't you do it in real life?" That's lame. That's nerd shit. As you gonna say, Bernard? You sound like it's giving normie, boring normie over there. Is that what you're doing over there, Bernard? I know it's not what you're doing. I'm gonna give you a benefit of that. That's not what you're doing, are you?
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I got something for that because you got extra giddy for that. I mean, fuck Riverside. This shit is taking forever to load. Fuck it. I was gonna play the SpongeBob. Oh brother, this guy stinks shit. But fuck it. It's taking forever.
I don't know what you mean. Anyways, so
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I mean, are you directing that to you?
You.
Why would it be me? I'm not the one that's shaming people over getting excited over sex in video games. That's a good thing to get excited about.
Is it?
Yes. Why is it? Why don't you explain? I think sex in video games is great. All right, I can list all the reasons why it's great. Why don't you think sex in video games is not great?
Because I would prefer to be stimulated in person.
Wow, it's giving normie.
Perfect. Bitch, you married like you ain't on your wife every other day, if not every damn day.
That ain't the point. All right, I can like two things. I can like two things can be true. Two things can be true. All right, sir. All right, two things can be true. I can enjoy. I can pursue romances in Baldur's Gate 3, which I am, and I can also have a romantic evening in with my wife. All right, two things can be true.
How about you take
it's like just
a nice romantic evening in?
Just because I'm now I'm married doesn't mean I can be boring. All right. It's like, what the hell? What's that narrative where people push where, oh, because you lose your virginity in high school, you got to instantly be boring? I don't know what the hell that is.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you know,
how does that make you boring?
The people in high school that were getting pussy, the guys you used to hang out with that got pussy, those men were just so uninteresting. All their energy was trying to either get a girlfriend or maintain said girlfriend.
Nigga, this is not boring. The hood. What the fuck? I was getting pussy in middle school and I was still hanging out with your ass.
Yeah, Yeah, once every 4 years didn't count, Bernard. You weren't getting it on the regular.
Just because I didn't tell you, that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Lies. Okay.
I was literally fucking somebody who lived on 14th Court.
All right, I mean, yeah, you can
I'm still smashing her to this day. I'm going to have to hit her up. Where's my phone? Oh,
why are you putting her on blast like that?
I didn't say a name.
Yeah, you lucky she probably don't listen to this podcast.
I know she don't listen to this podcast. She ain't into nerd shit like that.
Lame. Okay.
How's that lame? Because she don't listen. She ain't into nerd shit?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Anyways, Larian Studios lead writer Adam Smith reflected on the long shadow of Baldur's Gate. And basically he goes through it in this very lengthy article. I'll go ahead and try to link it later. He basically goes out that the groundwork for this was laid by the first two games by BioWare, and the team they were just very grateful, and they gave a huge shout out to the BioWare creative team for all the stuff they did.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a lot of inspirations and callbacks from those original games. Like, for instance, the character Jaheira, for instance, is one of those callbacks. Or also there's another character. I'm blanking on his name right now. But there's another character that's a direct callback from the first two Baldur's Gate games. So
Wolffucker?
No. Crap. Let me see if I can get his name.
Hey, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
Why the fuck can't you ever sit still?
What do you mean?
Do you suffer from like restless leg syndrome? Bro, you just literally like bob back and forth and your head gotta move. You just can't sit the fuck still. That shit is fucking annoying, and I didn't realize it until now. Not that shit. Like you just be talking. You looking at me, right? You just be talking, and you just like, yeah. Like you about to double dutch or something.
I sit still frequently.
You like, come on, ho, catch the beat. But all right, man, go ahead. See, you doing it now.
I'm not doing it at all. What you talking
about? Whatever, man. Whatever. Fuck you. You know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Fifth.
All right. You got any more on this Baldur Gate shit?
Actually, I should go into my review of the first several more dozen hours into the game. Cause I'm definitely like 40 hours into this game at this point.
You like Diablo what?
Oh, I'm done with Diablo. I did the season pass, and I'm finished with that. So,
oh shit!
Spoiler alert: the game is amazing. All right, oh boy. So you would think that a game this long would instantly overwhelm you with all the stuff that you have to do, but it does a good job of easing you into its world. And it's very easy to see that the first act of the game acts as a tutorial. So they pretty much spend the tutorials technically for this game is around 15 minimum hours, but it doesn't feel like a tutorial because they give you so much free range and freedom, and you basically just figure this stuff out as you go. And the game is pretty intuitive that way. So that's just peak game design right there. I'm just like I can just sing your praises all day. And the characters, which in my opinion are the highlight of the game, they're really expressive, and you instantly feel connected to them. Like every single one of them. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about one character in particular, Astarion, who is the vampire rogue in your party. I actually had this one particular quest where I asked him to do something that he didn't like, and the reaction I got for him was so organic that I was deeply impressed. Like, just everything about this game is just solid. I can't think of anything deficient about this game.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so far.
Yeah. Pretty honestly, I wish I was playing right now. In fact, every minute I'm not playing this game, I feel angry and upset that I'm not playing this game right now.
Yeah, I'm fucking angry and upset because that's all you've been fucking doing. You're supposed to watch Doctor Who to episode 10.
I got to episode 8. I'm 2 episodes behind. That's not a big deal. Okay. All right, but yeah, get Baldur's Gate, y'all. Just play it.
Because according to your wife, you stopped at 7.
No, we got to we past 7.
You sure about that?
I think we watched 7. I think so.
Cause I texted him, I'm like, get him to watch fucking Doctor Who. Let's see what episode 7 was. All right, we're gonna look this up real quick. All right, here we go. Episodes 2005 present, season 1 first. All right, episode 7. God damn it! I didn't. Where is it? They fucking showed me. I wanted 10th Doctor. Why does this shit not have fucking Wikipedia? All right, here we go. Series 1. So you watched episode 8 was Father's Day. Did you watch that one? That was the one with Rose's dad?
Yes. Okay. That okay. One. Yeah. And then everyone remembers the empty child. So no, honestly, I'm pretty caught up because the empty child actually stands out because that one everyone remembers that one. I can remember that one.
It's a 2-parter.
Yes, I remember, and I remember the next one after that one too.
Okay. All right. So, David Harbour, not David Harbour. All right. He basically said when Stranger Things is done, he is going to retire from acting because he doesn't want the Stranger Things stuff to follow him forever. Which I honestly understand because Terrence Howard kind of went through this. Huh?
Are they?
No, he just doesn't want to be. You do realize he's basically been doing Stranger Things for 10 years now. Stranger Things debuted in like 2013, 14.
Yeah, actually, it did. He was doing other stuff.
Yeah, but no one says, "Hey, remember when David Harbour was in the Green Hornet?
Was he the dad?
He was the villain.
I thought Christoph Waltz was the villain.
He was the other villain. He was like the guy who was like mayor or something like that.
That movie sucked.
See, you didn't even realize David Harbour was in fucking Green Hornet. You just know Stranger Things and Violent Night, and we have a ghost.
Yeah, well, guess what? Jay Chow had career disappeared because of that movie. Go on.
Who?
He played Kato.
Oh,
in
Kato.
Green Hornet. Yeah.
But yeah, so he was actually speaking to Insider. Don't know when this was, but he said he loves the character Hopper. That made him famous. But following the success of Violent Night, he would rather work on original films that premiere in theaters. Said, and I quote, "I've been on Netflix, but this was a small original movie that was going to cinema." Harbor said of Violent Night, "A whole new world opened up for me like that. I like playing this field, and I want to make original movies that go to movie theaters." He said, "It's a funny position I'm in. I never that he never thought he would be in. The first year of Stranger Things, I remember having a discussion with the publicist and her saying, 'Maybe you don't want to be associated with this show so much.' And I was like, 'Why? I love this show. I love the character, and I do love the character, but I just don't want to be that character, and I don't want to be that guy.'" So he said he basically compared it to George Clooney during his time playing Doug Ross on ER. And it took people a long time to disassociate George Clooney from that character.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. Well, I never thought of George Clooney. Right, I never thought of George Clooney as Doug Ross though, because I've seen him in so many other movies.
I mean, like pretty much, maybe people our age they'll associate the first thing with George Clooney would probably be Batman and Robin, unfortunately.
No, it would not be.
Or Danny Ocean.
I mean, Danny Ocean's one. Yeah, that'd be one thing. That's a much better.
It's like
he was on Batman once,
twice if you want to include the Flash.
Nah, don't include that. That doesn't count.
But it's like, what perfect example? Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker for life.
He doesn't have that many film credits on his belt though.
Okay, but still, okay, fine. Let's go with someone who's got like a lot of credits under their belt.
Ewan McGregor, for instance.
Ewan McGregor. Most people are going to know him from Obi-Wan Kenobi. No one's going to say Train Spotting.
Or Moulin Rouge.
I didn't even know he was in Moulin Rouge, but then again, I also didn't watch Moulin Rouge.
Uncultured one. The Island.
No one talks about that fucking movie. No one talks about it. Ewan McGregor don't even talk about that movie. Yes.
Was that bad?
What's the one movie he did with Cameron Diaz where he kidnapped her? Was it Cameron Diaz? I feel like it was Cameron Diaz. It used to come on TV a lot. Let me look this up real quick. Ewan McGregor. It's like David Tennant. He's always going to be the doctor. No one's going to say, "Hey, he was in Jessica Jones."
Nah, Good Omens. Good Omens, man. That show's hot right now.
I don't really. Yeah, that's hot right now, but still, people are always going to say, "Hey, it's the
doctor." I don't know.
And that's one of the reasons why he. That's one of the reasons why he left. Oh, A Life Less Ordinary. That's what it was. The movie with him and Cameron Diaz.
Dang, Scarlett Johansson was fine in this movie.
But yeah, it's like Scarlett Johansson's going to be Black Widow forever. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. Carissa Flockhart, Ally McBeal. That show's been off the air for what? 20 years?
Yeah, but that's her claim to fame. Also, you got to think. Carissa Flockhart's claim to fame.
That's what I'm saying. It's your claim. Whatever your claim to fame is, that's what you're going to be associated with.
But George Clooney's claim to fame isn't Batman. He got that role because he's famous.
No, I'm saying for our generation, like you said, the older generation is going to know him from ER. It's like, seriously, Samir, what's your go-to movie for George Clooney? Because mine is Batman and Robin.
It would be the Ocean movies, I have to be perfectly honest. If not that, maybe The Descendants from 2012.
Now that I don't believe.
I like that movie a lot. It was also an Oscar nomination.
Okay. Yeah, no one's thinking of Three Kings, The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh, The Men Who Stare at Goats. Oh, I forget about that movie.
See, exactly. That's my point. It's the shit that.
But they're good movies.
But I'm saying it's the shit that people know you for. It's not no one's ever gonna go up to Terrence Howard and be like, Rhodey. They're gonna be like, yo, Lucius Lyon. Empire.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
It's like, seriously, think about it. Angela Bassett, first movie in your head, go.
Waiting to excel.
Damn, I went with What's Love Got to Do with it.
Why would you get your shit? You ain't in the scene where she threw the man stuff out.
I don't remember it, but I think of her kicking Lawrence Fishburne in the nuts. Another one, Lawrence Fishburne. What is it?
The Matrix.
Boys in the Hood for me.
Why? You're such a weirdo.
I have no idea.
No one's gonna agree with you at all. It's going to always be Morpheus.
That's for me, for the Matrix, it would definitely be Carrie-Anne Moss for Trinity, but I'm always going to associate Keanu Reeves with Bill and Ted.
Again, no one's going to agree with you. They're all going to say Neo.
I know they're all going to say Neo.
And maybe younger people might say John Wick.
Yeah, but let's go with another one.
Do you think that's air you're breathing right now?
Charlie Sheen.
Hot Shots.
Stop the cap.
2.5 Men. I think the general consensus is going to go with 2.5 Men. He was on that show for 7 years.
Was he?
Yeah, because
dang, and they fired him from the show because he got out of pocket.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
That 70 show. Kelso.
His claim to fame was he broke out because of that same, but he had a lot of movies though.
Yeah, and I can only think of two off the top of my head. Dude, Where's My Car? And No Strings Attached.
No Strings Attached. What was that one?
Oh, the Butterfly Effect.
The Butterfly Effect. No, but the one where he was married for like a couple of days. Oh my god, I can't remember the movie. Yeah, he's got a bunch of movies though.
So okay, well, this is gonna be the last one. So Ryan.
What about Mila Kunis? It can't be. It's not. I don't think hers is that 70 show.
That 70 show. Yep. Sorry.
I don't think it is.
Can you name a single movie that Mila Kunis was in? Because all I got is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
She blew up
and Ted. Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Ted, or Family Guy because she's the voice of Meg.
Yeah, but she doesn't really do anything on Family. Like that's not her. Like she did Friends with Benefits.
See, I forgot about Friends with Benefits, and that's on the shelf.
You actually had that crappy movie?
I liked it. It was better than No Strings Attached, which was basically the same damn movie. The only difference was it was, Ashton Kutcher and Anne Hathaway. What are you looking at?
Mila Kunis' filmography. Okay. Well, she was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. She must be one of the teenagers in Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves.
We Shrunk Ourselves.
We Shrunk Ourselves.
Yeah, I saw
that movie. That movie was stupid. That movie was so dumb.
It was made for TV.
It was not good.
It wasn't dumb. It was
not good.
I think it was Wayne Knight. He fucked up and hit the machine and got mad. It's like, no. He's like, you shrunk us? I was watching. I'm like, no, you shrunk y'all.
All right. But yeah, we got Jupiter Ascending. Oh my god.
See? No one even remembered that movie on her filmography.
Thank God. Bury that shit.
Remember Channing Tatum in that movie because he was a dog-human hybrid.
There were cool things about the movie. I like the whole dog-human hybrid angle. It just was not executed well. What's Eddie Redmayne up to right now?
Last thing I saw Eddie in was Fantastic Beasts.
He was doing Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, up until recently. Yeah, okay, so that's what he was doing.
Yeah, no one wants to forever be associated with that character that made them them.
Some people love their characters. John DiMaggio?
Yes. Been there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm thinking of the baseball player.
That's Joe DiMaggio.
That's what John. White folks naming the kids all similar stuff. Anyways, John DiMaggio. He played Jake the dog from Adventure Time so long that he was like clinically depressed after he couldn't play that character anymore. He wanted to play him forever.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is funny because like Bender's like right there, like he's like, "Whoa, Bender who?"
Yeah, like
it's Jake the dog. Like he says in the interview, Jake the dog.
But bitched about the money. It's saying
the money
gate or whatever the fuck. It's like
the money. The money.
It's like it's not a full season on network TV. It's Hulu. You're getting at best 13 episodes.
Don't matter. You got a guy at his house.
motherfucker came out here and pulled a fat joke. Yesterday's price is not today's price. And who knows? He could record from home. You see people were recording from home during the pandemic. Hell, we got all of the last
Bernard, I know you ain't. I know you ain't taking this stance as the people striking because of how Hollywood's treating their intellectual properties. Like they'll take a soundbite and they'll just copy that soundbite over and over again, pay you $30 for that day.
We had this discussion. I brought it up. I don't remember.
Yeah. So John DiMaggio coming in there saying, "Yo, this is how much I'm worth. Go ahead, man. Go off, King. Do your thing. F these studios."
But yet you gonna watch movies done by said studios.
I mean, I'm gonna still watch the movies, yeah, sure. But I'm like, yo, I might be pirating more. The studio, because we would think up until now we were under the impression that hey, we go out and support the movie, that the actors and the production crews would get paid too. No, the money stays at the top and it trickles down. So you know what? F all that noise, I ain't paying for shit. How about that?
Yeah, but let me clarify what David Harbour said. He's not going to be done acting after Stranger Things. He's just going to be done doing TV.
So
yeah, so there's that.
We still on that?
Yeah, I mean that's what we've been talking about for like the past 10 minutes or so. But let's get into these 5 episodes of Doctor Who that Samir did watch, just like the fact that he was supposed to watch up to episode 10. So
I was talking about I got up to episode
8. 8. We just clarified it.
Yes, but okay, and then we have the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances next, which is what, episode 8 and 9 and 10, right?
9 and 10.
Okay, yeah, we doing fine.
Yeah, but you don't remember. I mean, you might remember.
I remember this episode, but like I said, I've already given my critique of this whole season in the first 3 episodes because my opinion of him is.
We're pretty much at the finish line, so you bear with me, okay? God damn.
I mean, it's going to be a repeat of the. Oh, let's talk about the Dalek episode.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Talk about it. Tell me what your thoughts on that.
So, refresh my memory, because I walk in and out of the room when my wife is watching old school Doctor Who. Like, she watches, like, the Tom Baker shite back in the day. That kind of stuff.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that's something old. And it's like, a lot of the stuff is like, yo, that's clearly a refrigerator on wheels. It's like, that's what the special effects were back then. Yo, that's a refrigerator on wheels. So, all right, so is this the only appearance of a Dalek in the modern age?
No. This is the first appearance of a Dalek.
So, question: aren't they? So they're not
back multiple times.
They're not extinct.
Apparently not.
Because the Time Lords are all gone. Up until this point, because he's all edgy about it and depressed, and it's like, oh, yeah, and he's bad at the Daleks, and he's all racist on Daleks, and I'm not saying he's not rightfully so. The right Daleks be tripping. It's like. And then Rose, I mean, I love her, but you touch that thing, all the people died. Like, they want to get mad at other buddy. The guy sucks. You know, Van Stanton, he sucks. We get it. But Rose was the one who activated it. That dude wasn't going nowhere until she put her hand on that thing. And all it took was a little bit of DNA. Honestly, I call cap. The idea that no one else sweated, breathed, or shedded anything on this thing since
remember they were in hazmat suits.
No.
Or they didn't get close enough.
I call cat. That's a plot hole.
He got close to it.
That's
and
a
he
plot
said,
hole.
"Don't touch it," because the last guy who touched it, even though he was wearing all the gear, I think they said he went into shock or he died or something like that.
That's a plot hole because the thing was in a private collection. Someone touched it.
They could put it on a forklift, Samir.
I guess.
Maybe somebody touched it back in the day. No, maybe somebody from Van Stanton's group didn't touch it.
No one. Okay, I would imagine maybe no one from the government touched it because they were probably smarter. But they bought it from a private collection. Like no one. But
he's not the government. This guy's basically Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, or he's just a billionaire. He's not the government. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's an eccentric billionaire who collects alien shit. It's not Area 51. That's the thing. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on his assistant? What was his name? Owen.
You mean
with Rose?
The English
how
kid?
he left her. Yeah, how he left her behind.
I he was going to die if he didn't leave him behind. That dollar wasn't going to spare him. He spared Rose. He wasn't going to spare him. All right, it was no guarantee he was going to survive. I got no problem with Buddy sliding under that door and getting the hell out of there. I got a problem with him the next episode, but not this episode.
Yeah, that's why I was asking what are your thoughts on Owen, punk ass Owen.
So I got no beef with Owen. I'm gonna tell you why. All right, if I go back in time, I'm gonna invest in Bitcoin. I'm gonna grab stocks in this, stocks in that, stocks in this. I don't care. Look, with great power comes great come up. Okay. F out of here with that nonsense. It is not my responsibility to maintain the timeline. Get your bag, okay? Yeah.
So you want to wake up in Hell Valley? You want to be Biff Tannen, basically?
Nah, I don't gotta be Biff. Nah, I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
Nah, because that's what you do. Nah, Biff ain't.
So
Biff weren't trying to hurt nobody either.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue with that. So if you're asking me specifically, what I would do if I had money, if I had pre-existing knowledge, if I went back in time, I would grab the money, put it in a trust, all right, make sure it accumulates and stacks, and then I'll pop back into my normal time and then reap the benefits.
So you're not investing in nothing or claiming?
No, you wouldn't. It would be an investment. It would be an investment, but an investment wouldn't be grabbed until you get back to your actual time. So you're not changing anything.
So you're not claiming to invent anything.
Oh no! I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
so you're not pulling a Lou and hot tub time machine.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do a Motley Lou. No, I'm not doing that. Or Lugal. That's no, because that's actually changing the world. I don't want to do that because I like the world where it is now. I guess maybe I will actually change some things about the environment and stuff like that. Who knows? But that might also kill people. See, that was irrevocably. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna irrevocably change things for the better. You know,
for yourself.
No, for everybody. If I'm changing the environment for everybody.
No, you can't even change things for yourself. Why do you act like the butterfly effect isn't a thing? We saw it in Back to the Future. We saw it in Hot Tub Time Machine. We saw it in the butterfly effect.
Those are all movies, so movies aren't real, sir. All right, and also everyone's dumb in those movies. It's like he was doing dumb in the butterfly effect. He was doing dumb stuff. All right, trying to save this one. Look, man, let the girl go live with her mom and call it a day. All right. Get the dad arrested, okay? Call it a day.
He was trying to do that. What are you talking about?
He should have played the stock market. He should have bought Apple stock.
Samir?
Yeah.
That's not how the time travel worked in the butterfly effect. So the time travel worked in the butterfly effect is he would go back in time to the points where he had blackouts as a child because those were actually it's cyclical. So wherever he had a blackout as a child,
right? I get it. He should have ran and grabbed some money. Invested in Apple when it was a penny, Samir, and let that shite sit.
Samir, he wasn't born in the 70s.
When did Apple go public? When did Apple go public?
Like the 80s.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't. And you got to remember, so he can only go back in time to where he wrote.
Do you know what? Invest in Amazon when it was a penny because it wasn't around at that time, just really small, and then call it a day. All right.
But once again, he could only go back to where he blacked out. So let's say, I blacked out May 15, 2003 at 17 years old. I can only go back that far. It's not like I can say, hey, let me get on the bus and go to the bank or something and invest in some goddamn stock.
Tell your mom, mom, you got to invest in Amazon. This company's called Amazon. Believe me, it'll change your life.
My mom was in jail.
Oh shit!
Well, that's how about your mom.
You said your mom. I specifically made me the reference point, genius.
Why gotta be about you, nigga?
Okay, fine then, Samir. You had a blackout May 15th, 2003. 17 years old.
Yeah. I would definitely invest in. Let me see. What was hot right there? See, now I'm trying to figure out what was hot right there. It depends on how much time I have.
And you also have to remember.
Where was I in 2003? You were 17.
You also have to remember, whenever he did go back and try to change shit for the better,
he was disoriented.
It ended up blowing up in his face. So he
was an idiot. That's why he was an idiot.
No, he made sure Kaylee was never touched as a child, but the dad took out all his ruthless aggression on her brother. So her brother had issues, and he killed his brother in self-defense, and he went to prison.
There's a solution there
to get raped by some skinheads.
So there is a solution there. He was trying to have his cake and eat it too. He could have easily saved both children. He just needed to get the dad arrested, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to leave the girl alone. That's what it was.
Hey, like I said, every time
This movie's stupid. The movie's dumb.
Every time he tried to do something right, I blew up in his face. Remember when he tried to stop the firecracker from going off? I don't think it was firecracker.
Oh yeah, what the heck is this? That was dumb.
Yeah, woke up with no goddamn arms.
Oh yeah, and everyone else was happy but him.
Yeah, fucking Foggy from Daredevil was fucking this girl. Bullethead done went and became fucking a super Catholic dude.
Oh yeah, his name that was Bullethead.
Yep. You looking where he at now, ain't you? You like, yo, we're Bullethead from the Steve Harvey Show. But yeah, so yeah, mess with time. It messes with your back. I feel like that was a line from Doctor Who. But yeah,
Lee Scott. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the next episode, which is the long game. So besides Simon Pegg, he's the easy one in this episode. The other person here, what's her name? She's the mom from Black Lightning. She's in this episode.
I know, Christine Adams.
Yeah, Christina Adams. Yeah,
Christine, not Christina.
So I thought it was someone else, but the timeline was off. She looks just like the lady who was Lady Danbury on Queen Charlotte Bridgerton, but that lady's too young. I'm like, what the heck, are they related? They look so similar. Mm-hmm. Like the young version of Christine Adams, it looks just like the young lady from Bridgerton, whose name keeps escaping me.
Of course it does, because you don't give a shit about actors.
I give a lot of stuff about a lot of things.
I never watched Bridgerton. So
I know you suck.
I'm looking it up right now, bitch. India Rhea Amar. I almost said Amaretta.
Not the lead.
Not Queen Charlotte.
No, not Queen Charlotte herself. The
What are you talking about?
Don't pull me up. Don't pull up the actual dang Queen Charlotte historical figure.
No, I'm talking about Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, fool. That's what you're
right.
talking
Yeah.
about.
No, her name is Arsema Thomas.
Okay, so not the actor who played Queen Charlotte.
Right. Look up
Charlotte. So I was thinking Queen Charlotte.
No, the show is called Queen Charlotte. The side story for Bridgerton.
Yeah, dude, she would have to be a fucking time traveler. She's only
I know. I know. I was like, wait, how does this make sense? Why does she look so young and like?
But yeah,
and Liana's like, black don't crack. I'm like, oh my god, it cracks a little bit.
A little bit. Slightly. Ever so slightly.
I'm like, yo, she's not a vampire.
But yeah, man, when I went back and watched this episode, I'm like, yo, is that the mom from Black Lightning? I actually had to do a Google search. Because, like I told you, Doctor Who, it got almost every single British actress you could think of.
Also, yeah, she is British too. So yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Bernard. I know you hate British. I know you hate British actors.
I don't hate British actors. What are you talking about? Yeah. So we got Simon Pegg in this episode. If we get to who is it? I want to say Matt Smith. Nick Frost is in an episode. Andrew Garfield's in an episode of Doctor Who. But yeah, it's filled with those people who were on the come up. But yeah, she was also on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by the way. But yeah, so yeah, fuck Owen.
I got a problem with Owen.
Now he got a fucking goddamn hole in his head.
He's got to wear baseball. He's got to wear baseball cap. How often do people snap their fingers?
It could just be anything like that makes that sound.
No, it has to be.
They said snapping was a default. I mean, who knows?
That don't happen very often. And just wear a baseball cap a lot. That's all.
I mean, and who knows? I realized like why
did he turn around? He saw him snap the finger.
I randomly snapped my fingers. No, he was looking at his mom when she snapped her fingers.
I know he didn't turn around.
So he gonna turn around, but yeah. All right, so let's get into the next episode because we obviously, I think we skipped episode 4 because that's 5. No, that was 6 and 7 because we didn't even talk about 4 and 5.
Oh, the Slovenes.
Yeah, that was a 2-parter.
Yeah,
They're actually they're actually
that one. I don't know. That's not that really. There's not much to talk about that one.
I mean, like I said, I like Harriet Jones. She does come back, Penelope Wilton. So I can't wait to see her again.
I mean, I don't really have an opinion of her. The Slovenes, Slovenes.
Damn, Samir. Father's Day. It's actually one of those sad episodes of Doctor Who, and that one hits me in the feels because I felt like Rose. Like, yeah, that's who said it. The Doctor. He said, "Mess with time, and it tries to correct itself." So yeah, I mean, butterfly effect, dude. We got these weird time rapes coming out of nowhere because she.
So,
go ahead.
Yes. So the issue is, that would be a problem because if you change something in the past, obviously that's going to have ramifications. But pulling information from the past isn't the same thing.
It is. It is, Samir. You can't go to your 17-year-old self and be like, "I'm you." He gonna be like, "Where's your hair?" Shut up and take this, okay? You need to go invest in this company called Amazon. He ain't go, and then if he does it,
what I would do, all I would do is just ask myself with my own information while my own self is off to the side. Just start a bank account, invest in Bitcoin, let it sit, pop out, pull the money out. Your younger self won't know it's there.
Oh, so you basically saying, so you're doing the whole two beings occupying the same time and space, and bump into each other to create a paradox like Rose did.
Right.
Yeah, time's gonna fucking bite you in the ass, dude.
It would because that always happens. With online banking, it wouldn't. You just need to be in the same time era. You could be anywhere in the world investing. Okay, just take your information. Your information shouldn't change. You should know what your information is at any given decade. Okay, my information doesn't change that much. All right, I know my what year did the cryptocurrency pop off? Like when it was still in infancy. I want to say it was like 2010,
12.
Around that. That was when it was in infancy. You could have bought like Bitcoin for $1 back then, right? If you would have popped back there. Your stuff is doing their own thing, minding their own business, right? You just pull out a cell phone or a library computer, no paper trail. Start a little account, put the money in there with your banking information. Make sure you wipe the information. You don't want identity theft, and then there you go. Then just remember your Bitcoin wallet's information, and you're good. That's how you exploit the time stream. All right, people always do it wrong. Don't trust your younger self. Do it yourself.
Yeah, the Booster Gold and the Time Masters come out of nowhere and just mud stomp your ass.
All right, well that's different. If that was happening, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm sorry, I don't have no people owing. He tried to come up. He fumbled the bag. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. But he tried. Okay, he saw an opportunity and he tried. All right, he wasn't on some old Uncle Ben BS. Worst parent figure ever.
Because he tried to teach Peter a sense of morality?
He sent him down a road of martyrdom. That boy ain't never going to be happy because he's always trying to burn himself to keep everybody else warm.
How do you always find a way to shit on Spider-Man? Why nobody even talk
about I will always shit on Spider-Man. I'm tired of that character. Oh, let me save everybody, but I can't save myself. Man, get your own house in order. All right? Your life is burning all around you. God, I'm tired of the nonsense.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben sucks.
So let's talk about the next two-parter. The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. So this one, we actually got our first appearance of John Barrowman, a.k.a. Captain Jack Harkness, a.k.a. the guy who fucks everything.
Yes, he made a pass at pretty much 3 people in his first 30 seconds of screen time.
Yeah, I mean, that's Jack for you. I mean, if you want to watch Torchwood, like I said, that's mature Doctor Who. It's no time travel, but
how often did he bone people? Like, what was his? That he just randomly start every episode in the bed with some random character.
He eventually got an ongoing boyfriend, Ianto, who's actually a part of his group. But James Marsters actually showed up as another former time agent going rogue, and they fuck a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm glad they actually touch on that because it would be really easy for them to say he's pansexual, but actually just have him bang women only. You know?
No. Jack rarely bangs women. Yeah, Jack rarely bangs women. It's like, yo, I thought Jack was pansexual. I think he made out with like one female alien once, from the best of my recollection. That's why I'm kind of glad with this rewatch. I'm starting to, go down the rabbit hole of all these companions and whatnot, and the stuff with the doctor. But yeah, so it's good seeing a young John Barrowman, and this actually was another one of my favorite episodes because the Doctor Dances is the episode where you actually see, the Ninth Doctor, start to, become human despite the fact that he's an alien. When he, takes control of the nanites and, he fixes everybody and, he starts dancing and, he's starting to have fun. This is where I felt like Eccleston was starting to get into his bag. And then, I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff.
It takes too long.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't know happened. I mean, it's a lot of hearsay. Like he said some stuff, like everyone's like shitting on him, and so yeah, we're pretty much at the end. So we got like 3 more episodes, man. We got 11, 12, and 13. So
I like Eccleston, but good riddance.
Hey, I mean, I do know a show that you did like Christopher Eccleston on. I mean, you probably didn't like him, but you liked the show up until the writer's strike of what, 08?
What, Heroes? What was he in Heroes?
He was the guy who taught Peter how to use his powers, the Invisible Man. Yeah, he left Doctor Who and went to Heroes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're at the final stretch before, the guy who will forever be synonymous with Doctor Who takes over, because the main reason why David Tennant is synonymous with Doctor Who, he did it for 4 seasons. He married a doctor's daughter, and now he is the father-in-law to his father-in-law is the 5th Doctor. And he came back to be the 14th Doctor. So yeah, there's that.
I don't know how they're going to swing that.
What are you talking about?
Hang on. Pause. Hell no. Pause. So let me get this straight. So the Doctor is going to regenerate backwards, or is he just going to time travel forward for this special?
No, he didn't regenerate backwards. So the thing with the Doctor, regeneration is very tricky. So he's still a new Doctor, but he just has the same face. So they actually kind of touched on this in the 50th anniversary special. Damn, I've been watching Doctor Who for 10 plus years. Shit, yeah, I watched the 50th anniversary special. That was a decade ago.
So, all right, stay on task. So it is a regeneration. It's not time travel.
It's a regeneration because Jodie regenerated into Tennant.
So I'm okay. So first off, that's bonkers, and they just basically just bended it on rules so they can get Tennant back on set.
Well, no, like I said, they explained this in the 50th anniversary. Where
I just want to point out that.
Can I tell you what it was?
Go on.
Eventually, the Doctor is going to get to a point later on in time where he can regenerate or choose the shape of any previous incarnation. So, in the 50th anniversary, where we actually see the Gallifreyan, where we see the Time War, and there's a painting called Gallifrey Falls No More, and the curator of the museum actually comes up to the 11th Doctor, aka Matt Smith, and it's actually, I want to say Tom Baker, the 4th or 5th Doctor. And he's like, "Oh, you look familiar." He's like, "Yeah, you'll eventually get to that point," or something like that. And so he's like, "Yeah, I can just basically like choose any form I want." So it's a time thing, no pun intended.
Okay, so I feel like they just
so in this case, the Doctor subconsciously. I mean, yes, obviously they did it to get Tennant to come back. So the Doctor subconsciously transformed into David Tennant. The same way when Tennant was the Doctor, there was an episode that took place around Pompeii. You want to know who was in that Pompeii episode?
Who?
Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
So yeah, they actually did an explanation on because he's like, I recognize this face. Where do I recognize this face for? Why did I choose this face? And it was like a whole thing. I can't remember the full details about it.
So I feel like I think you owe Jonathan Hickman and the X-Men an apology.
What are you talking about?
You hate every decision they make because you feel it doesn't make any sense. And
I never said it didn't make any sense. I just felt like they just took 60 plus years of X-Men history and kind of just like threw it to the wind.
Well, sometimes you throw it to the wind.
And that's the problem.
path. You gotta leave the path behind. Kill it if you have to.
Quit fucking quoting Kylo Ren. Bro, because it's like, so did all the shit that Stan Lee wrote happen?
Yeah. A lot of it.
Because I feel like, you know, at this point, it's like you got to pick and choose what happened. It's like, that's why I don't like, you know, that's one of the reasons why I hated the New 52, because it was, so Jonathan Hickman basically did the same thing DC did. They didn't set a cohesive timeline of what happened and what didn't happen. So remember when the New 52 came out in Detective Comics in Batman?
Oh, we didn't know what was going on.
Exactly. That's how I feel about this reboot of X-Men. I don't know what the fuck is what. So, like, yeah, like I said, I like Hickman. I fuck with Hickman. Hickman's one of my favorite writers. I was reading Hickman before anybody gave a shit about Hickman because he took over the Secret Warriors book for Bendis. And that was the first thing I read with Hickman. Then he went over to the Ultimate Universe. Then he came over and did Fantastic Four. Did he do Fantastic Four?
I just feel like that you just got real mad when they decided to explain
Samir,
how Kamala jumped on.
What? How she became a mutant?
Yeah.
I mean, Hickman ain't even writing that. That was just stupid. It's like, oh, you had a latent mutant gene that was suppressed by your inhuman gene.
A lot of people have X genes, man. It makes perfect sense now.
Yeah, at this point, it's just gonna be cherry picking. It's like, who do we want to make a mutant? Oh, we can make Squirrel Girl a mutant again.
Funny story. The reason why they did Decimation in the first place was because there were too many mutants, and basically writing and the editorial teams were like, who's this new character? Let's make him a mutant, and that's what they were doing back to back. And
we're gonna end up getting that again, like maybe 5 years later.
We don't. Let's just.
Bro, it's gonna be so random. Hey, let's make D-Man a mutant.
How does D-Man have his powers?
He doesn't have powers. He's just a guy in a suit. I don't believe he has powers.
Let me see. Hang on.
Oh, are you gonna read the new Spider-Woman series? Somebody kidnapped Jessica Drew's baby.
Oh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to read that.
Yeah, apparently he has superhuman strength, stamina, and durability.
Okay, so where do these powers come from?
I'm looking this up right now. Let's
augmentation of Dennis Durfee's
the power broker.
Yeah, the power broker. So isn't he a mutant?
No, he would be considered a mutate because his powers aren't genetic. He got his powers later in life. Same as Spider-Man. He would be considered a
snap. Curtis Jackson. Huh?
What are you talking about, Curtis Jackson?
One of his aliases is Curtis Jackson.
Oh. Shout out to 50 Cent. But yeah, so I think we're gonna call it a wrap. So guys, this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And that was another episode of the Angry Blerds podcast.
And join us next time. Same Blerd channel, same Blerd network. Actually, next week is Ahsoka, right?
The week after.
Are you sure?
I'm double checking.
I don't know, because the August almost over.
Yeah, but it's the 28th, so that would be the week after, because that's John. Wow, that's John's birthday and Thomas. Shout out to my former comics radar associate John Campbell, and basically the only friend I made in middle school who I'm still cool with, Thomas Whitelock.
Yeah, I'm about to give him a shout out.
Yeah, what is it? Is it August 28th? When does Ahsoka air? All right, here we go. Ahsoka. Oh, the 23rd. Okay, so that is next week.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was 28th. Yeah,
because you suck. Because you don't know how to manipulate time. You gotta manipulate time to suit your purposes.
Yeah, and when we get to one of Tenant's last specials, we'll see what happens when you manipulate time. But yeah, guys, we'll see you next week. Samir, tell the people bye.
All right, fantastic.
Really? See, we rocking back and forth. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.